بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الخلق وعز المرسلين أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه المنتجبين وعلى جميع أنبياء الله والمرسلين. Today's topic is about evil eye. And why are we talking about this? Since we are explaining or having tafsir about Surah Al-Falaq, which is chapter 113, there is an ayah in it that says, وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدٍ. And because some people, they think al-hasad, which is alaykum salam wa ikram, to envy someone, they thought one of the kinds of envying someone is through what? Evil eye. Some of them even said, no, al-hasad is the evil eye. And we proved in our previous lectures, we proved that no, hasad is more general. Okay, hasad in Arabic is not only صيبة عين, yani evil eye. Regardless now whether there is صيبة عين or no, evil eye or no, that's a different story. Hasad is when you are jealous, when you are envious, you envy someone because he's better than you. You might plot against him to put him down, to downgrade him, to hurt him, okay, through your bad behavior, or start, backstabbing him. And we talk about it a lot. But for those who believe in صيبة عين, now this is our topic. Is there something called evil eye in Islam? And if there is, what are, the legitimate, solid evidence? I mean proofs. What's the evidence? There is a big difference between scientific things and ritual things, or things that we believe in and goes beyond regular, tangible tools. Example, we believe as Muslims every human being has a body plus what? A soul. Scientifically, how I'm going to prove this? Till now I can't. Can the science prove the opposite? No. So if I cannot prove it through science, I cannot say it does not exist. There is always what? A possibility. The only time I can take advantage of the science in negation when the science or scientific evidence says no, there isn't. But if it cannot say there isn't, there's a possibility. You cannot tell me, scientifically talking, we have no aliens in this galaxy. I don't know. Maybe there is. I do not know what are aliens. Define aliens anyway. Okay? As Muslims, we believe in aliens. You want to call it alien. We believe in jinn. We believe in shaitan, which is كان من الجن ففسق عن أمر ربه. So if I cannot prove it through science, does not mean what? It does not exist. You have to disprove it to say yes, it's not there. You have to prove it does not exist. Clear? We agree with this? Same talking. If I cannot prove something through Islam or riwayah or Quran, I have no evidence in the Quran or a riwayah about something. That does not mean it does not exist outside Islam. If I cannot prove there is a black hole in the Quran or riwayat, does it mean there are no black holes? No relation. And this kind of mentality, we need it when we talk about things beyond tangible experiments. That's very important. We have stuff we can experimental them through our labs, our tools, our high-tech, advanced tools, through maybe logical, approaches, but there are things, they are way beyond that. And that's why you can see nowadays, people, they are referring back to philosophy. Philosophy, not the GIGO, garbage in, garbage out philosophy. Philosophy is a way to study things, analyze it, and based on rational analysis, you come up with a suggestion. Not the philosophy that nowadays becomes something, for fun. Hey, he's a philosopher. That, he just talk. No, philosophy by itself is a way, a tool to use rational approaches and come up with a verdict of something. But because science became, and it has been, very advanced, rather than using abstract and certain algorithm, I have science. Okay, I do this experiment. Oh, F equal ma. Okay, force equal mass times acceleration. I'm happy. It's good. Okay, so why I have to go and think, and that's it. Now we come to صيبة العين, evil eye. Does the science say there is evil eye? That's what we are going to discuss later on. But now I'm not going to be talking about it from scientific perspective. I want to talk about it from Quran and Hadith. Do we have the proofs? First, we start as usual from Quran. Because of something very critical, we have to go to our first authenticated and highly authenticated, resource, which is what? Quran. Nothing is more authenticated than Quran. And nothing can reach the level of authenticity of Quran. Nothing. Everything is probable. You might doubt it. The Quran, you can't. As Muslims, as Shia Muslims, we believe Quran is highly authenticated. So we come to the Quran. The first ayah they used, as I said, وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَد. They said it's talking about the envious. So therefore, it's talking about ayn. We said no, there is no correlation. Sometimes maybe there is, but sometimes it's wider than that. The topic is al-hasad, envy, is wider than evil eye. If there is evil eye, that's a different story. Second ayah, I talked about it a little bit before. It is from Surah Yusuf. In Surah Yusuf, we have Yaqub alayhi salam. If you open your application, Surah Yusuf, verse 67. Yusuf, verse 67. Yaqub is saying to his kids, وَقَالَ يَا بَنِيَّ لَا تَدْخُلُوا مِنْ بَابٍ وَاحِدٍ. You're going to go to that city, and when you enter the city, do not all enter from one door. Okay? You as a group, don't enter all of you do not enter, do not use one gate, but use different gates. So, rather than being one group entering one gate, no, you should spread out. And they say the reason, now, not the Quran, the Mufassirin, some Mufassirin, they say the reason he said that, he was afraid of what? evil eye because they are big family and people they might hurt them. How? Evil eye. The question is, where do you get this from? It's not in the ayah. And the people, they want to envy them. Why? They are rich. They are, mashallah, yani, from different kingdom. But they are poor people. They are looking for food. They are checking for their brother. Whatever the reason now. So where's this envy going to come from? Where's that evil eye? Usually there is evil eye when what? There is something worth it. Supposedly. So this is questionable. So the ayah is not that clear about it. It's just an assumption, a probability. And we do not go just with any probability. It has to be solid evidence, isn't it? Because we are building here a big thing. We're not talking about something trivial. It's going to hurt the society. So this is not good enough. Anyone can, read the ayah for us and from your app, please?
English?
You have it? Yeah, in English. I read it in Arabic. Yes.
He then instructed them, O my sons, do not enter the city all through one gate, but through separate gates.
So,
I cannot help you against what is destined by Allah in the least.
Okay. So, do you see any evil eye?
No, but what does it mean by I cannot help you against what is destined by Allah?
That means if something happened to you, I cannot help you. Why? You tell me, they are right. So something's going to happen because of Sayyibat evil eye. No, because maybe, I do not know. Maybe if someone got caught, the other one will not get caught if they are spread out. Maybe there is another reason. Yes.
So why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala include this ayah in the Quran? What purpose does it serve?
Because He's giving us the hardship time and the wisdom of their father. Because he already lost one of their brothers. So at least if someone caught, I'm assuming, I'm not saying this is it, but I'm assuming, there is a probability. If someone is caught, the rest will be coming back telling us what's happening. So this is maybe one of them. Okay? So, but regardless now, does it have to do with evil eye? No, it's not clear. The third ayah, so we have, now this is the most critical ayah they use. And this is, you see it a lot in the houses, in the offices. They use this verse a lot. And this is in Surah Al-Qalam. And I need you to please to open, Surah Al-Qalam. Qalam means pen or pencil. Okay, verse 51. Surah Al-Qalam, verse 51. Found it? Okay, I'm going to read it in Arabic. وَيَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَيُزْلِقُونَكَ بِأَبْصَارِهِمْ لَمَّا سَمِعُوا الذِّكْرَ وَيَقُولُونَ إِنَّهُ لَمَجْنُونَ. Can anyone read this from the app?
The disbelievers would almost cut you down.
The disbelievers
would almost cut you down.
Would almost what?
Cut you down.
Cut you down.
With their eyes.
With their eyes. They say, okay, stop here. They cut you down with their eyes. Therefore, this is what they say. Evil eye. Because it's saying, cut you down with their eyes. What do you think? What do you think? You have other translation? Same? Okay, so what do you think? Is that right? Does it have to do with Sayyibat Ain or evil eye?
I feel like it would.
It would? Why? Because they mentioned the eye. Okay.
I mean, it could mean that they're just looking at you.
Yeah, but they say they're gonna hurt you through their eyes, indirectly hurt you, isn't it? Yes?
Maybe it could be like plotting against you. So like when you say you cut
You cannot plot against a person through your eyes.
that's like a figure of speech.
No, it's even in figure of speech. I'm looking at you in a bad way because I'm plotting. No, it does not work, even in English. So in Arabic, it does not work. So in order to understand, any other suggestion? What do you think? Any other, what do you think over there? Yes? You think it has to do with evil eye?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it says, did it say cut you down?
Yeah.
Using their eye? Yeah.
Because of this?
So so it's just bringing someone down by the way you look at them.
Okay. So what do you think? Since you are quiet.
Well,
You think there is this one talking about evil eye?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Before we get into yes or no, we have to understand the ayah through Arabic language first. Isn't it? As you know, sometimes translation is wrong. And sometimes the mufassirin, those who explain the Quran, sometimes also they might be using their background to understand the ayah without referring back properly to the language. So the ayah, the main word is لا يزلقونك وإن يكاد الذين كفروا يعني هو للكفار, disbelievers. لا يزلقونك. What does لا يزلقونك mean?
When it says
In Arabic. In Arabic doesn't mean exclusively eye, it's used for evil eye. Well, in the Quran, لا يزلقونك is from الزلق. الزلق, even in Arabic nowadays we still use it. Okay? الزلق أزله ونحاه عن مكانه والمزلق المكان الذي ينزلق عليه ولا يمكن الثبات عليه. نقول حتى بالقرآن في عندنا another آية. It says فعسى ربي أن يؤتيني خيرا من جنتك ويرسل عليها حسبانا من السماء فتصبح صعيدا زلقا. زلقا يعني نحن in Michigan we see it in the winter. The road is what? Slippery. And that's sometimes they say, in some villages they still use the same word. Okay. Now, I don't know in this community, but back then, zala, or zala. Even they say zala il-sanu, Sheikh, or what? So, zalaqa is when you don't feel what? Balance anymore, so you are gonna fall. Why? Because you are not on a stable ground. So they say, see, the ain, the ain is making your life not balanced life. It's like, you are losing what? You are losing what? Your balance. You are going to fall. First question would be, if it's about evil eye, evil eye is about losing your balance. Or it's more than this. Why did not say hurt you? It's a question. It's a valid question. Isn't it? If the eye has direct impact, why you are telling me I am, through this evil eye, I'm making your life not balanced? Why don't you say their eyes are hurting you? And then the second question, is the ayah talking to the Prophet or talking to all of us? Allah. Some people, they say, yes, it's talking to the Prophet, but it's talking to us through the Prophet. Like we said in the beginning of the surah, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Say, O Muhammad, say. But that means what? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and whom? So if the Prophet has to say it, we have to say it. If those people are trying to cut you down through their eyes, they are gonna what do? The same with the Muslims. Is that clear? But the question, as I said, back to my first one, why it's using this vague terminology? Why? وَمِن شَرِّ حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدْ, very clear. From the evil of the envious. Okay, clear. Now what's envy? We had a problem with. We discussed that. Here, why did not say, hey, وَمِن شَرِّ العين? العين is well known, or evil. Why don't you right away give me direct what? Clue. It's indirect. Secondly, we have in Arabic metaphor. See, باللبناني بنقول والله راح ياكلني بعينه. Or even maybe in English, شايف? I can feel he is gonna, because of his evil, he is gonna, burn me with his eyes. شايف? Somehow, don't we see it? Does it mean literally he's gonna do it? شو هي نحن عم نحكي هلا سوبرمان يعني infrared stuff وليزر وشو بعرفني. So is there a chance for this to be metaphoric? Yes. So if you tell me now the probability 50-50, it's either this or that, I will say this is not good evidence anymore. It's not solid. There's a probability it does not belong to. Especially it's not clear. Question about it? Any question? Yes.
So,
Yes.
so as far as I understand you, you're saying that these verses, if somebody wanted to interpret them to mean that they are referring to Ayn,
They are not clear enough.
that somebody could interpret them that way, but they can't be used as proof.
Yes, it's not a solid proof.
Yes.
Okay? In order to make your point valid and not 50% of probability, if there is any, bring me authenticated hadith. And that's what we are going to study later on. Do we have authenticated hadith about evil eye that support this ayah that way? The meaning of this ayah that way? I don't know. I have a suggestion. Do we have, can you send the link for the live streaming to our group? Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, do you agree about what I said? Maybe I'm wrong. You can't see anything in this ayah. It's talking about evil eye, clearly. Why I'm asking this question? If evil eye is well known, and as they say, as we are going to see some riwayat from Sunni resources mainly. I'm sorry.
Are we live streaming? I don't see on Facebook.
I do not know. You have to check with the brother. If the riwayat, not the riwayat. If the evil eye idea is that famous, and most people are hurt because of it. Why? Which we are going to discuss it together later on. All this is an introduction. How come we don't have clear cut in the ayah? How come? Okay, so this is a good question. You agree with me? Another thing, and this is very important, when you see something famous in the society, whether it's Islamic or not Islamic, does not imply that it has authenticated origin. I'm not saying you question things, everything. No, but when it comes to certain things that is questionable by its nature, you as a Muslim, you have the full right to ask for proof. Because it is something critical. You are not allowed in Islam to just give your brain and intelligence a break. You can't. So when I see something very famous in our society, does not mean it's legitimate and 100% accurate.
You just said it's just recording, it's not actually live stream.
Why?
You said last class, you said that you just wanted it recorded, not live stream.
No, I told him I wanted to go live. Is it possible he can put it live or too
Right
late?
now?
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. صيبة عين. Sorry for this. So this is very critical idea. Example. For instance, nowadays, whenever we have a wedding or we go to praying or we invented as a human certain traditions or rituals, and we kept evolving them. Example, very simple, in front of you. Now I have this kind of clothes. Is it the same way of amama the Prophet used to put on? No. Same way, same ties, same color. No. So not everything we find in the society popular means what? Has legitimate origin. Could be invented by people. Is that clear? So, as a Muslim, if that thing is critical, you have to ask for what? Proof. Show me the proof. If something trivial, maybe it's not gonna, who cares, No, I'm not gonna care that much. But if something critical that's hurting people, and because you believe, let's say, in evil eye, you are not, be around that person because he has bad صيبة عين, bad evil eye, you start hating him, you don't want to hang around, it's a problem. So here I will ask for what? Show me what? Evidence. Okay? And that's what we are going to discuss later on. So, back to the now the tradition. We are done from the Quran. Those are the major ayat. The first ayah, من شر حاسد إذا حسد, and we discussed that previously in several lectures. The second one, the story of Yusuf. Inside the story of Yusuf, we have Yaqub telling his sons, do not enter all from one gate, spread out. We said this is not enough. And the strongest among them is the third ayah, which is in Surah Al-Qalam, ayah 51, and says, وَإِن يَكَادُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لا يزلقونك بأبصارهم لما سمعوا الذكر ويقولون إنه لمجنون. This is their strongest evidence. And we said the ayah has several meanings. It could be cut you down by their eyes, metaphoric. Until now we still use it. Okay. Until now we can say I can see the evil in his eyes. His eyes is gonna kill me, isn't it? It has nothing to do with killing. Or it could be evil eye, but it's not clear. And the question was, how come the Quran did not talk about it in a very explicit, clear way? So, because we don't have something strong in the Quran, we have to go back to now what? Hadith. Do we have authenticated hadith from our Shia resources that talk about evil eye? What do you think? Anyone knows any hadith about evil eye from riwayat, from narrations? Yes?
It's not really a narration, but my mom was saying that there's a dua that unfortunately she used to do to the mom was saying that had I guess a reversing it. That would-
Okay, so you're telling me your mom is telling you that there is a dua you have to say in order to avoid evil eye.
Like she would say, like,
Yeah, she would say it.
yeah.
Yes, there is one. And it's authenticated. But that does not mean it's going to prove there is evil eye. We'll talk about it. That's a good point. Okay, any other evidence? What do you think? I'll tell you this. According to Shia, I'm going to mention our, hadith. I don't know how much time I have left. Not much, because we are going to keep the rest of the session for interactive, questions and answers. But anyway, I'm going to start with the Shia hadith. Good? Al-Kafi is one of the most important resources for hadith for Shia. In Al-Kafi, we have about 16,000 hadith. How many? 16,000 hadith. Do we have one hadith authenticated about evil eye? One hadith. What do you think? No. Do we have authenticated hadith that talks, I'm talking about according to Sayyid al-Khu'i, Do we have hadith in the Kafi that talks about preventing yourself or curing yourself from evil eye? Yes, we have dua. We call it ruqya. Or in Lebanese, what do you call it? Ra'wi, isn't it? We have this. But do we have hadith that the evil eye is a fact? Do we have something like this? No. Okay, keep this in mind. Another important resources for Shia after Al-Kulayni, Kafi al-Kulayni, Fiqh al-Islam, Muhammad al-Kulayni. We have another important book. It's for Shaykh al-Tusi. What is the book? Tahdhib al-Ahkam. Also, what we said about Al-Kafi applies in Tahdhib al-Ahkam. They don't have it. And Tahdhib al-Ahkam al-Shaykh al-Tusi, he has another book. Also does not have it. The fourth important book, this is the highest or the main important critical hadith collection for Shia, the golden one. After it we have the fourth one for Shaykh al-Saduq, we call it Man la yahdaruhu al-faqih. Same applies as what we talk about what? Al-Kafi lil-Kulayni. Wow. If there is something that critical, how come we don't have any authenticated hadith about it? Only we have dua, which we are going to explain. But I'm going to give you now weak ahadith from Shia. Weak ahadith, just to get used to it. But all of them are weak ahadith. Okay? Some of them, they don't even have sanad. There is no chain of narration, some of them. It's so bad. Yeah. Okay, example. We have hadith from Al-Kulayni. No, before Al-Kulayni. No, this is because of the dua. We'll talk about it later on. We have Nahj al-Balagha. Nahj al-Balagha. Al-Ainu haqq. What does it say? Al-Ain wa haqq. شو يعني haqq? Truth. That means it's fact. They are saying. Nahj al-Balagha. You know Nahj al-Balagha, isn't it? Anybody does not know Nahj al-Balagha? Okay. Al-Ainu haqq. You tell me, Sheikh, how come you did not make Nahj al-Balagha our golden resources? Because not everything in Nahj al-Balagha is authenticated through regular chain narrations. Okay? And this is different subject. So in Nahj al-Balagha, I'm not gonna every sermon, every hadith, I can say حدثني فلان عن فلان عن فلان that Imam Ali said that. We don't have this. Okay. This is different subject. Now they say Ali alayhi salam said العين what? حق. والرقى what? حق. How many know truth? العين والرقى. What's الرقى? When you make dua to cure yourself from that curse, okay, if you want to call it evil eye problem. So we have two facts. And then he said والسحر, magic, what? حق. Oh, what is it? So how many? Three facts we have, isn't it? والفأل حق, to be optimistic because of something. So you are walking, you see a bird flying to your right. According to Arab people, they feel what? Comfortable. That means we are good. والفأل حق. So we have العين, we have الرقى, we make dua for العين. We have السحر, black magic. We have الفأل, to be optimistic. And then he said, according to this, riwayah, الطيرة ليست بحق. To be pessimistic is what? Nope, you should not be pessimistic. Okay? And العدوى ليست بحق. Infection. There is nothing called infection, according to that source. The question is, it's proven that there is infection. And it is well known, even in the time of the Prophet, when an animal is sick in certain diseases, they isolate it. They know about it. It's common sense. So how come you are telling me through this, you the author? Why I'm saying the author? Because, brothers and sisters, what's going to make it easy on us, that this riwayah is not in the main content of Nahj al-Balagha. It was added to Nahj al-Balagha by Ibn Abi al-Hadid al-Mu'tazili. So Nahj al-Balagha, when al-Sharif al-Radi put it together, he did not include what? This. Who added that later on? Another person, his name, Ibn Abi al-Hadid, what? Al-Mu'tazili. So you cannot say it is from Nahj al-Balagha exactly. It is added, okay, to that source. One. Secondly, the riwayah is contradicting what? Science. You are telling me there is no infection. It's against science. Proven science. And it's against the common sense of Arab people back then, because they used to see infections. And even the Sunni people, they say, if you are in a city and they get infected, do not get out of the city. They don't say this. We don't have this, by the way. We have it with conditions. It is very naive to die because people are infected of ta'un, No. Shia, they have different understanding of a different narration and different format, okay? Anyway. Third, you are telling me black magic is right? What are you talking about? Black magic is right. Who said so? No other proof. And that we had big argument about it in some lectures. And therefore, this riwayah by itself, it cannot be a valid what? Evidence. Because first of the sanad, chain of narration. Secondly, because not in Nahj al-Balagha was added to Nahj al-Balagha. And third, it has some contradictions. Is that clear? Okay, I'll give you, yes.
That Mu'tazili guy, is he the leader of the founder of the Mu'tazili school of thought, or is he a different?
I'm sorry?
Is he the founder of, how Sunnis have the Mu'tazilis and...
No, it's Mu'tazili, he's not the founder. No, it's way after, okay. So, second hadith, I'm not going to give you so many hadith, but it's just to know. أكثر من يموت من أمتي بعد قضاء الله وقدره بالعين. يعني most of the people that die after qada wa qadar, after the fate, is what? Through evil eye. Ya habibi, يعني you're telling me we have qada wa qadar and we have something else? Everything is qada wa qadar. This is very questionable riwayah. From the content, I can put a question mark. What's qada wa qadar? Yeah, Lebanese people, I will tell you this. The problem with, I'm talking about Lebanese because I'm Lebanese, not because I'm picking on a specific group. In Lebanon, for instance, if you are a very successful person, oh, I did good. I studied and I did good in the exam. Okay. If your marriage is going fine, alhamdulillah, you know what? I'm a good man. I have very good marriage. Good for you. But if get divorced, qada wa qadar. If he fails, qada wa qadar. If his girlfriend kick him out and give him without any receipt, okay, qada wa qadar. If there is an accident, qada wa qadar. If there is success, no, it is me. Islam is telling you everything is qada wa qadar, ya habibi. You don't understand qada wa qadar. Maybe later on we'll talk about it. Is that clear? Okay. So here they are saying al-ain, okay, after al-qada wal-qadar has its, come on, no, it's wrong. Most of the people that die after qada wa qadar is what? From ain. Yani we have qada wa qadar, we have what? Ain. That's not right. And those are the sample of what? Certain hadith. We as Shia, we say, according to Sayyid al-Khu'i at least, we say those hadith are what? Weak. For Sunni people, they have authenticated hadith based on their school of thought. In Shia school of thought, we don't have a clear hadith that says there is ain and that hadith is, we don't have it authenticated. We have dua, we'll talk about it in a bit. For Sunni people, I'll give you, do you mind if I tell you some of their hadith? Okay. They say, al-ainu haqq. This hadith is authenticated because it's narrated by Ahmad bin Hanbal with Tirmidhi wa Muslim. Okay? They say, al-ainu haqq walau kana shay'un sabiq al-qadar lasabaqathu al-ain. Yani, it is so quick it can hurt you, the evil eye. Ya subhanallah. Maybe faster than the speed of light, who knows? It's a question. We have now different quantum physics. Okay? So that hadith to Sunni school of thought, it's authenticated. Do we have something similar in our books that's authenticated? No. As Shia, we don't have authenticated. Any question? Any question? Do they have another hadith? Yes, they have other couple of hadith, but we proved the point through. Now the question is as follows. Sheikh, what you are going to do with our brother's question and his mom's dua, isn't it? And the dua, I can give you the dua from our resources if you are interested. And this is, I'm going to give you the authenticated one, okay, from At-Tahdhib, as I remember. I checked that. عن محمد بن مسلم التهذيب for which author? Sheikh al-Tusi, one of the biggest scholars in Shia school of thought. He said, through authenticated chain of narrations, he said عن محمد بن مسلم, يعني after so many عن محمد بن مسلم عن أحدهما. شو يعني عن أحدهما؟ يعني either one. شو يعني either one؟ يعني either الإمام الباقر or الإمام صادق. يعني the narrator did not pay attention. Maybe it's Imam Sadiq or because he was with them. Okay? And sometimes we might have this. This is not something you put the riwayah down. It's not a reason. And sometimes you say, you or your brother told me this, but the idea is right, but you forget the narrator. But you did not put it in a different tribe, in different country. No, it's both ma'sumin. Okay, so Imam al-Baqir ma'sum and Imam al-Sadiq ma'sum. So it's not going to hurt the riwayah. So Muhammad bin Muslim, he said, either Imam al-Sadiq or Imam al-Baqir says, لا يدع الرجل أن يقول عند منامه. يعني when you go to bed, do not forget and do not, okay, ignore this. أعيذ, this dua. أعيذ نفسي وذريتي وأهل بيتي. Again. عن محمد بن مسلم عن أحدهما عليهما السلام قال: لا يدع الرجل أن يقول عند منامه أعيذ نفسي وذريتي وأهل بيتي ومالي بكلمات الله التامات من كل شيطان وهامة ومن كل عين لامة. And the hadith continue: فذلك الذي عوذ به جبرائيل عليه السلام الحسين. يعني Jibreel used to say this ruqya. What is it in English? No. أعيذ نفسي. يعني when you go to bed, say أعيذ نفسي. يعني I seek protection from Allah. Okay? As well as my house, my family members, my household, my money. Through what? Through the words of God. أعيذ نفسي وذريتي, my kids, وأهل بيتي ومالي بكلمات الله. يعني this protection for me, for my kids, for my household, my family members, my money is done through the words of God. بكلمات الله التامات. They are thorough and complete. من كل شيطان وهامة ومن كل عين لامة. يعني 3 things I am seeking refuge from. What are those 3 things? Shaitan, devil, hamma, and you can generalize this to be sickness, hurt, okay? ومن كل عين لامة. عين اللامة, they say here, it's the evil eye. Or, no, عين that might hurt me. Not the evil eye. عين that might hurt me. Some people, they say, because this is authenticated, and add to it some unauthenticated ones from well-known books, therefore there is what? Ain. But we said before, if I'm seeking refuge from something, that something does not have to be reality. It could be what? It could be whims. It could be I'm afraid of it because of bad memory. It could be because the society is afraid of it. Now imagine if people are afraid of thunderstorms. Everyone will be afraid of thunderstorms. But when you know what's a thunderstorm and how to protect yourself from, nowadays thunderstorm is something normal. Oh, there is a thunderstorm. Maybe in old days, no, someone is mad, okay? So you will fear things because the public is what? Fearing it. So when I say hamma, or when I seek, as you remember in the surah, we said, وَمِن قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقْ وَمِنْ شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبْ. يعني I'm seeking refuge when sun is gone and night starts approaching. Oh, I'm afraid. Yeah, but not always there is something to worry about because it's night, but because usually night brings in what? Crime, problems, stealing, So people, they start correlating, especially back then, no lights, no good. So, is it the hadith telling us there is evil eye, or is it just giving us, psychological solution? Because it's talking about things that we fear, regardless whether in reality they are there or not. And that's an argument. Clear? Yes.
Yes, you can also say, like with Surah Al-Falaq, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives examples of stuff that can't necessarily hurt you, but people are afraid of. That's the hadith, he says, the shayateen, sickness, these are like things that...
Yes, this is a good point. So this is another argument, they say, and that's why he said it's argumentative. Okay, but shaitan, there is shaitan. And there is hamma. So how come ain you want to make it metaphoric? Because they also argue that they mean by ain not the evil eye itself, the eye that behind it a person who hates you, who is full of evil, who is using it to gather information and put you down, check for your weaknesses, find a way to backstab you, to hurt you. So now evil eye is not just this eye that's sending certain, yeah, that's a question I will talk about it. It is more than that. So it's argumentative. For Sunni, to them, yes, there is a proof. For Shia, the proof is not solid. So this is the story of the Ain in the Quran and in the Hadith, according to Shia. There is something here, I'm going to talk about it quickly. Evil eye has nothing to do, it did not start with Islam. All this, بتشوفوا انتوا هلا newborn, what they give him? Yeah, ما بعرف ليش عيون زرع. Because I was going over the internet, they found 5,000 years old, amulets for ain, evil eye. 5,000 years. 4,000 years before Islam. Evil eye is something global. Now, is it right, wrong? We have to go to science. Is it right, wrong in Islam? Is it clearly proven in our Shia resources? We have very solid evidence? No. We have questionable ones? Yes, we have questionable ones. Okay. Do we have hadith or ayah that says there is no evil eye? No, we don't. That's another problem. So it is what? Argumentative. And as an objective person, you have no right to say right away, hey, this is a superstitious thing. Bring your evidence. To deny something, you need a proof. And to say it is there, you need what? A proof. Okay, I could not approve the first one, but I cannot disapprove the other. So it is what? A possibility. It's a possibility. And it is not something only, related to Muslims. Jews, Muslims, Christians, knocking on the wood, isn't it? Okay. And they had different ones. They use, certain weird amulet, or what they call a talisman. Or some of them, all the Greeks, they spit in their folded clothes. Till now they do it, I think, in some movies. They say, why? Because they're afraid of ain. Or some people, they might dress improperly, or they get certain animal parts and they hang it around. Or some of them, they have tattoos, and they think that tattoo will, you see old ladies, sometimes they have tattoos. It's either has to do maybe to their tribe, so they know they are from the same tribe, or because of medication purposes. Okay, one of them is evil eye. So it's something very weird. But as a Muslim, I have to say, how come the Quran did not give me, if it is that critical and common, a solution? And how come it did not talk about it in a very clear way? We discussed the ayat, if you remember. Right? Just a couple, maybe half an hour ago. Please don't forget. So this is a global problem. Some people, they say this is supernatural, so please don't bring your science in. Okay? And not every supernatural thing is wrong, as they say. This is the story of العين. Any question? So I'll stop it here. Yes.
What does lamma mean?
What does lamma mean? Can we stop so we can start the questions?
I don't know how to stop about these things.
Because I don't want to make it more than 1 hour. What is lamma?